Hi everybody. So we're going to answer another question here from a viewer. It's from Abderrazak. I am so sorry. Please forgive me if I pronounced your YouTube name wrong. It's Abderrazak. I am so sorry. It's hard to pronounce that name, but you asked, would you please talk about nuts and seeds? I like nuts and they are a staple food in my diet and I eat them almost every day. I certainly can, you guys. Now, first of all, I have to say this, you guys. I am not the health expert, dietitian, nutritionist in any way, shape, or form, okay? These are just my personal opinions based off of what I've learned and how I kind of eat nuts and seeds in my fats and everything, just my viewpoints. And so you guys, some of you guys probably know a whole lot more than me. That's awesome if you do. Spread some knowledge in the comments if you want to, because it's beneficial to me when I read them and then to everybody else also. So my thoughts and opinions on nuts and seeds, or to just generally talk about them, is I think our fats are very important, most definitely. We don't want to completely cut them out, and I think if you're wanting to be balanced every single day, a little bit of fats every day is good, I believe. It becomes a problem when we go over our fat limit, and that's what I've learned. That's why I really truly believe in Dr. Douglas Graham and even Loren Lockman, and of course Robert Morse. You guys, I know you guys talk about him a lot or mention him to me. I don't watch a whole lot of Robert Morse, his videos, because his videos are super long and I don't have a lot of internet available to me, so I kind of stick with Loren Lockman and FoodnSport, which is Dr. Douglas Graham. And but I do have the 80-10-10 book here also, which really helps, and that's why I think it's really good for you to educate yourself, of course, from other YouTubers that you trust and follow and everything, but also from the people who have done it long term. Like, I'm talking 20+ years long term, okay? That's what I do, and because they know their stuff. But that's why I highly believe in the 80-10-10 way of eating, where you get 80% from carbohydrates, 10% from protein, and 10% from fats. And I think in the beginning, or even for a while, even if that means a couple of years, to track it and really see what 10% fat actually looks like, once you've gotten the hang of how you usually eat your raw fruits and vegetables or your raw diet, because then then over time you start seeing how your body reacts, what you feel like, what you really need, and you give your body time to adjust, because going right away is just not advisable to really listen to your body. But I mean, just in the first stages, you really have to kind of like follow other people's examples until your body gets more adjusted and starts healing and getting back to the state of being it's supposed to be in when it comes to food and its overall, being every day. But I think I think it's good to keep it at 10% or lower, but I think it's also, we shouldn't stress about it either. I have learned that once you've gotten far enough into your raw food diet and everything, the way you eat and everything, that we're not meant to stress over it or anything. I mean, you think about it in nature. God made it simple and easy for us, you guys. We're in no way, shape, or form able to stress ourselves out about it, or even weigh our foods or anything. But when we're transitioning, of course, or trying to get on our natural way of eating, it is good to do that, and because we all live in a different way of life, and we're not in that tropical jungle, and so I think it's good to keep it at 10% or lower. But when it comes to nuts and seeds, I kind of see it as a digestive type issue. Like, I know there's two sides of the coin with nuts, okay? First of all, I think the best source of fat that you should get is from the young Thai coconuts, the soft coconut, or avocados, or durian, or some of the other fattier type, higher fat type fruits, because the fruit is soft. It's soft, and that's super good on digestion. And that's one thing, is I love to get my fats from durian fruit. I know for me personally, I do eat nuts, seeds, and fatty fruits. I do, but I like to get a majority of my fats from durian fruit. And of course I go in phases, and everybody else goes in phases. You're not going to want the same type of fats all the time. That's what I have found, especially when you live in a freaking cold climate. It's going to change, because I know when you're in a cold climate, you just need a rock solid feeling sometimes. And that's when you bring out the big guns, you know, the big guns of like dates and walnuts together, or dates and peanuts together, or dates and almonds together, or almonds and raisins together. I like those combos, you guys. And but that's when it gets down to like 30, 40, 50 below. You kind of need something rock solid in your stomach, you know, because the fruit does take care of you for the day, but by the end of the day, the veggie dish just doesn't quite satisfy very much, and you need a rock solid feeling, you know. But I think and that's why I think it's very important to be in the right environment. I know this goes on to another topic, but see that affects your health too. It's amazing how the environment affects our health in the way we eat and everything. But I think getting it from the softer type, the fruits, is best, in my opinion. But of course, you don't have to go that route, because especially like a durian, and then of course avocados. I think avocados are good, but I'm not quite a avocado type fan. But I do like avocados. But if I were to choose between coconut, durian, and avocado, I would do durian number one, most definitely, and then I would do the young Thai coconut second, and then avocados. But avocados, don't get me wrong, you guys, are mighty tasty. I do like them. But then I think after that, the next best source of fat would be the seeds, because seeds are, I believe, are softer than the nuts. And of course, I love, personally, you guys, I love hemp seeds. And well, no, that's a nut. It'd be hemp seeds. Flax seeds are okay, but I like the hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are very versatile, where you can make a nice creamy dessert out of them, or creamy dessert smoothie, or you can make a savory dressing out of them. So that's why I think hemp seeds are really good. But of course there's and then tahini. I've actually really never tried sesame seeds, or in like a tahini type form, not yet, but I hear that's really good. But of course there's all different types of seeds out there. And then next I think would be the nuts, because there's another part of nuts that I've heard about, and that I've actually am learning a little bit more deeper. See, I've been low-fat raw vegan since August 2013. It's 2017 in this video, so it's been 4 years. I think that's been 4 years there. 4 years, and I'm still learning more about the fruits and vegetables, you know. Even though I learned a whole bunch in the beginning, you still are constantly learning later down the road. But I do know that most nuts that are available to us today are cooked, and they are actually already at a rancid stage by the time they're at the store, by the time you put them in your mouth. I know, like cashews, I think we wouldn't really eat cashews in nature, because those, I guess, have to be cooked in order to get the shells off of them, and they would actually be poisonous on the tree, I believe. So I think it's good to educate yourself on how these nuts and seeds are, I guess, harvested, and the process it goes through by the time it gets to the store, and then to your countertop, and then into your mouth. I think it's good to educate yourself that way. But But of course, you be the judge. You be the judge for yourself. And then I think in the way we would eat nuts also, and of course most of the nuts that are available to us are dried out too. And because from what I have learned and watched from other raw vegan YouTubers who are in tropical climates, when they eat raw nuts straight from the tree, the nut is actually soft and water rich, and it has a completely different flavor than what you get at the store. So that's kind of interesting, you know. And I love, for me personally, I love walnuts. I do like almonds, but I love pine nuts, and I love macadamia nuts. Oh my gosh, I love macadamia nuts. Who doesn't love macadamia nuts, you know? But again, there's so much you can do with nuts too. But again, it's all up to you, because you be the judge for what you want to consume and everything. But you know what, at the end of the day, you do the best that you can. Okay, we live in a very different world from what we're naturally meant to be in, and we have so much available to us. And especially when we buy nuts and seeds, they're in packs. Okay, they're in packs, and you can buy them in different bulkness or little packs or whatever, how you want to buy them. But when you look at it, if we were in nature, we would not be eating that many nuts. And it's very easy to overeat on nuts, because nuts are very, very high in fat. And so you need just a tiny little bit to actually meet your fat need for the day if you're doing it on a day-to-day basis. If you were in nature, I mean, eating the nuts, I think it would be best is if you buy them in their shell form and try to crack them yourself. And when you do that, you find that you wouldn't really be eating very many nuts. But if you were to attempt it like you were in nature and stuff. So that's just my opinions, my thoughts and opinions on that, you know, guys. But again, you do the best that you can, because at the end of the day, yeah, you look back on your day and you just say you did the best that you could, and the next day is a brand new day. Each meal that you consume is a brand new meal to start over. If you overdo on something or whatever, don't stress about it or anything. You do the best that you can, and change happens over time. Things adjust over time. So that's my thoughts and opinions, you guys, on nuts and seeds and kind of the fats and stuff. And I think it's okay to eat nuts and seeds, of course, because I know I still do. I eat the fattier fruits. I kind of focus on the fatty fruits for my fats first, because I just feel a lot better that way. But I know, like I mentioned before, sometimes you just want that rock solid feeling, and again, you want to bring out those big guns and bring in the nuts and the dates, and then you get a nice rock solid feeling, because sometimes you just want that, you know. I don't know about you guys, but I do, since I'm in a cold climate and stuff. But I don't do that all the time. But I mean, sometimes you just need that, and sometimes that's better for your health at that point in time than constantly struggling with trying to follow something else that's not really working for you at the moment. So that's my thoughts and opinions on that there, guys. So remember to love being right, guys. Put a big old smile on your face today. I hope I did that for you guys. And I'll see you guys next video, okay? Bye, guys.